Hello and welcome to my next episode of Meet the Expert. I'm Sam from My Mortgage Angel with a different background for those of you who watch every episode. We're in a bit of transition with office space. So today I am met by the fabulous Anise Frost, who has changed her business name on here.
My business is Thrive4D, but what I do is I teams power results is my kind of slogan. So yeah.
Right, I guess you just throw me off straight away there, Denise. So we met at WIBN, the City Group, about a year ago now, I think. So I've had a lot of meetings where you've been present, and I love your energy, and I love who you are and what you do, and especially you were describing yourself as your like a business best friend at one point, and there's so many people that you can help and so much you can do. Tonight is your forum, so you can share with my viewers who you are and what you do. So welcome, Anise.
Thank you. Thank you. So, as Sam, as I've put you off already, my company, yeah, it's called Thrive4D. And my premise behind everything I do is to allow people to thrive. So I work mainly with teams at the moment in organizations. And the idea is that my belief is that a team that's collaborating beautifully together thrive. They thrive, the business thrives, and then you get those results. Um, but like you mentioned, I also do like one-to-ones, and then I'm a business BFF. And it really, the reason why I don't call myself as a coach for that is because I'm really a thought partner. Because I really allow people, when I'm doing one-to-one work, I allow them to come to me with a problem they need to solve. And then through a forum, through a space, we tackle it with our thoughts together and we co-create and we come up with something that's a solution. And I do that with teams as well. So teams come to me, the leader will come with a problem that something's not working. And through the work that I do, they get through the problem and they go out the other side and they thrive. So that's
So
what I
they
do.
can't, you kind of, it's a collaboration. You don't go in with this is the way you've got to do things. Because I've been in those team building environments in the past and with varying levels of success. So it sounds like you've got a very different approach to it, Anise.
Yeah. Yeah, I really every team is unique. And you're right, doing a sort of like off the shelf. Yeah, I'm just thinking about fashion. Off the shelf, yeah. An off the shelf package just doesn't work. So I listen to it's quite funny. I listen to the leader and they say this is the problem. And I so
And it's
what
not.
outcome exactly what outcome do you want? And they give me a long list of things they'd like. And they normally bring me in for sometimes for 6 days, but over 6 months, or they'll bring me in for like a day or 2 days, depending. But there's always a problem, and there's always something they want out of it. And then I speak to every single one of the team just for 15 minutes and go, so what would you like? And then I listen and I hear and I pick out the trends. I pick out the thread about what's really going on in the team. And because these are confidential chats, they know it's not going to go back anywhere. I really hear some really interesting things. And from that, the combination of the leader, what they want, or the manager, or whoever the person is, and the team, then I create a bespoke um, couple of days that we will then get the outcomes they want. And I do it through like mirror exercises. I do it through a little bit of training, some consultation. But the idea is that they see things they've never seen about themselves. They get real clarity and then they get the transformation.
And that's so interesting for someone external to do that because you'd like to think that as a leader, or I mean, I'm kind of moving into that role myself, which is why we've been talking. Um, you think that you'd be able to do that yourself, and you think that that's part of the management job, but actually, people aren't necessarily willing to be that open with you if there's underlying concerns or issues and stuff, and being that you're confidential and external as well. I think there's probably quite a lot of power in being able to pull all that together without really telling anybody why you're doing certain things.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think also the it's an incredible experience that I see things they don't see because they're in the weeds. And I was thinking about this today, actually, about trying to bring the analogy to what you do. And I think it's a bit like we don't often see our houses uh, from an external perspective, right? We don't see the value, or we don't see how other people see them. And that's the same with a team. So a leader will think there's certain problems because we are all biased. Doesn't matter how objective we might think, but there's always going to be something going on. Um, and I come in as a fresh pair of eyes, and I get to see things for that 2 days as objective as I can do. And they see things because I'm giving them a mirror, which through the exercises I do gets them to see it. And then because they're not being told. So there's no defense. They just see it for themselves. And then they go, oh, this is what's going wrong. And so does the leader. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful moment where you don't get the emotional defensiveness that you can get when your son is being reviewed or being told to change. It's a real opportunity for curiosity, which gives that transformation.
And that must
Yeah.
be so fascinating to you. You get to talk to all kinds of different people in all kinds of different organisations. And I think you work right up to massive organisations, don't you? There's not really any limit to the size that you work.
No, I mean, I do household names. I do organizations up to sort of 5,000, 10,000 people. I've done startups. And for me, I love that because it doesn't matter how fancy, as it were, the name might be that I'm going to go and serve as a client, they're all just people. And what's extraordinary is that they are so often so in the weeds and overwhelmed by, actually the word drowning is coming out quite a lot at the moment. It's really, the people are really feeling it. It's quite tough. And but they're just people trying to work and try to do the best job they can do.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I just love that. As it doesn't matter who I get called in to help. It's the people dynamic, which is the fascinating bit for me.
Yeah. Yeah. And probably we're in that space where there's been a lot of downsizing, the aftermath of COVID. We've now got this completely different working environment where some people are hybrid and there's a lot of friction I'm seeing. People want Some people want to be in the office, some people don't, and trying to make everything to work cohesively as a team. It's quite interesting. And also systems come into play there as well. And you smile there, and I think that maybe that's a
Yeah,
quite a big issue.
yeah. No, and absolutely. The trying to get because for me, if the team isn't collaborating as well as they can do, you're just not going to get an efficient productivity, which they're just going to lose money. So if you've got, most of them have got hybrid teams now. And so what happens with the hybrid is communication can falter. People work in silos. Um, and often they've never seen each other. The
Mm?
team I did back in August, they'd only seen each other across the screen. They'd never ever been in the same room with each other. So to have that, the chemistry of people together, and the speed at which transformation can happen and conversations can happen when you're in the room
Yeah,
is incredible.
yeah.
Yeah, but right, I mean, it's such a challenge. But yeah, the work that can happen, and that's the other thing, is the team levels up massively when you get them all together. So offsite all together it just accelerates the team incredible to such an extent.
Well, I can tell you love what you do, and that's absolutely why you're the expert in this field, Anise. So, is there anybody that you'd like to shout out to today? Anybody that you'd like to speak to, or you think should be contacting you, but maybe they don't know they need you right now?
I
Put you on the
think
spot there, haven't I? Sorry.
no, not at all. I think if you would like, if you've been, I think you already spoke about this, about team building exercises, that sort of people come in with their ideas and they get burnt and they think, what a waste of a day, what a waste of 2 days. And I think no, I don't think, I know my USP is huge ability to flex. So what that means is that depending on what, I might come in with a plan, but I have such a toolbox of abilities to facilitate from my background, that I can flex to the energy that's in the room. I can flex to the, oh, okay, that didn't go so well, and then change it and chop. And I'm really fluid like that, which means I don't, a lot of people I know that like they literally have a plan that they have to stick with it. And I would say that that's one of my USPs, is that there's a flow and there's so much fun, so much laughter and depth. There's a really good combination. So if you are noticing that there's a problem in your team and you would like to find out how I might be different, then I think do get in touch with me, because it flows, it's fun, and it's fast, and such transformation without feeling like you're getting what someone else got last week, because it's never going to be the same. So yeah, I think if you want something like that and results are going to happen, yeah, just give me a shout. Just look at my LinkedIn, see what I've been doing. Yeah, and come and just have a chat.
I'm going to ask a really daft question here, Anise, because if I'm thinking it, then maybe other people are. But you say if there's a problem in your team,
Mm.
sometimes you don't really know there's a problem as such, do you? I don't know. Is there any words of wisdom that you have here if you're seeing signs of this, or if this is not happening, or whatever? I don't. I'll leave it to you.
No, it's an excellent question. Okay, I'm trying to think about, so let me think. So what people come to talk to me about, they say, I just want them to be more independent.
Okay.
Okay. I want my team to be more independent. I want them to work.
So feeling
Uh,
like they're having to be managed, the manager doesn't want that. Okay, right, I get that
they,
then. Yeah.
yeah, they want them to be like up, as one of the words, up and running, and to run by themselves, so that the leader can go off and do their own work.
Okay, yep. Sounds like a
Um,
dream.
yeah, exactly. What's the other thing? They often say it like, particularly with the need for pace at the moment, uh, and particularly with AI coming in, often what people come talk to me about is um, the communication is, we're missing bits within the communication.
Okay.
So they're being left, decisions aren't being made well enough. They
Mm,
might be making, they're either being made too fast or too slow, but basically there's a lack of real understanding and communication, which means they're making mistakes.
okay.
What else? Yeah. I'm trying to think about the last piece of work that I was asked to do. They said, yeah, they're just not, sometimes they're just not seeing they're in the weeds, they're not seeing the bigger picture. So they're not prioritizing the right things. And with everything working so fast, they're prioritizing the wrong things. So they're basically, yeah, they're losing time and money because of that. That was the last piece of work I did. That was really important.
And that can be really easily done. I've worked in organisations before where you're actually incentivized financially to do your job. And if that structure's not set up correctly, I'm going in this direction because this is going to get me paid, but actually that's not actually helping the bigger picture. Um, so I can see really clearly how that would happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know if that does that fully answer your question. Sorry, I was,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think it's given me a really good idea of the kind of issues that could come up. So it's basically the soft issues that you can't really put your finger on, but it's just not quite working how it should.
Yeah. And sometimes it's not so soft. Sometimes it's literally, we're losing money.
Okay, okay,
Yeah. We're losing money. And I mean, that's pretty, but you asked if they don't know what the problem is. But if they do know the problem, often it
yeah,
is, um, we're not getting the stuff done that we should be getting. So we're losing time and we're losing money. But they're the things that there's a problem. If
yeah,
you don't, yeah, the other things I spoke about, the softer ones.
yeah.
On my LinkedIn, in my description of what I do, and there's a tiny little 5-page thing, and on there's about 5 or 6 questions that all my clients often ask, like the trend of questions. So if anyone's listening to this and they're like not sure, they go on my LinkedIn, they can see, and they go, oh yeah, actually that is a question. Yeah, that's something that I would like
Yeah.
for my team. And so you might just kind of get inspired a little bit by, that's what other teams are having problems with. Yeah, that might help them.
Absolutely wonderful. And I'm guessing LinkedIn is a really good way to get in touch with you. There's all your contact details are out there.
Yeah. I mean, the world works so fast at the moment. It's worth having LinkedIn. It's always fresh, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's always
absolutely.
it's live. So yeah, no, LinkedIn, I'm always on there talking from particularly COOs. I talk to a lot of COOs
Yeah,
um about what's going on in their teams because they're the ones that operational, because that's where I come in is operational
yeah.
and then behavior. So yeah, yeah.
Well, is there
Great.
anything else that you like? I mean, I think we've covered most things, but is there anything you think maybe you wanted to tell people? Like any quirky
No,
hobbies you've got, or
say again.
any quirky hobbies you've got, or anything? Like mine is axe throwing, but not many people would think a mortgage advisor likes axe throwing and wearing silly shoes. Not at the same time, I have to say, but and they're not silly
That's
shoes; they're beautiful shoes.
great shoes. They're great shoes. Actually, I like X-raying too. Oh, well, I suppose one of the silliest things I've ever done. I don't do as much now with the children, but I really like scuba diving in cold water.
Oh, really? In cold water?
Where I learned to dive was up in Scotland, and I learned to
Wow.
ski there. So that was kind of crazy. What else do I do? Oh, I suppose I do like, I don't know if this is that fun, but I do like dog agility with my dog, like
Oh,
jump
that's fantastic.
over hoops and or going through hoops and jumping over jumps and yeah, really fast, and that's quite fun. What else do I do that's silly or wonderful? And I love jazz. That's not that
Oh,
quirky, but I love jazz.
really?
1950s jazz. Love
Lovely.
it. Love
I
it.
would not have had you down as a jazz listener.
Love it.
Okay.
Stan Get. Love it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll listen to any kind of music, but I can't dance to it unless I know the words to sing along to. And you can't really do that with jazz a lot because it's a lot of it's just made up on the spur of the moment, isn't it?
Well, we should go to an amazing jazz club in Paris where they dance. Oh my gosh. It's amazing.
Sounds like we've
So
got
much.
another conversation to have, Anise. Right. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me this evening. And hopefully, the people watching this are going to love you just as much as I do. And hopefully, if you're watching, you can like, share, and do whatever you need to do with this video to make it go bigger, please. I'm not very good at socials. I don't really know what to do, but I think there's lots of people out there that do know what to do. And if they're watching this, then they probably do know what to do. So, yeah,
Share it with people who you think will benefit from it.
that's
Yeah.
the one. Yeah, very coherently said, Dennis. Right, lovely to chat with you, and thank you for watching, everybody. And please watch out for my next episode. And I'm also starting a new series of secondary incomes alongside my Ask the Expert series. So watch this space, and we'll see what's coming. Right, enjoy the rest of your evening, Anise. Take care.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.